Hello world, it's Jennifer from the patio. Welcome to my channel. If you are new to my channel, I want to thank you for stopping by and checking me out, you know what I'm saying? And if you are a returning viewer, I want to thank you for that as well. So today is our Let's Get to Crafting video, and it's going to be a little short one, but I just thought that we could make these really cute cards. I have an event I'm going to tonight, and I would like to go ahead and make one of these. So all it is they are calling it a tall Z-fold card is what it is. And a lot of times what they do is I glued it on the side, but you can open it up and then extend it, and I'll show you when we make it. But I thought it would be fun just to do this. That way you can put a little card in here. I'm actually going to put some money in here for tonight, and then I'm going to have a card with, that way I can write a sentiment on the back. So all you're going to need is a beautiful piece of paper, which is what this is. So you're just going to need a double-sided piece of paper. So our theme tonight is black and white, and so I thought this would be very, very pretty. So we are going to, first off, I'm going to use my big, it's going to be 6.5 inches tall. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that at 6.5, and this leaves us room to make a tag. So let me make sure I have that there. So I'm going to use this to make a tag. So now that we have it at 6.5, now we're going to make it the total width 9 3/4. Let me make sure I'm in frame. Yes, now I'm in frame. Okay. Let me push this up. 9 3/4 in length. So we'll cut that off. I was just looking to see if I like the other side or not. Okay, so now we have our piece of paper that we're going to use to fold, and we're going to get out our scoreboard. So get out your scoreboard, and I like to score on, I think I've already told you, on the portion that I did not cut, which is this one. Okay, so we need our little school tool. Okay, so now we're going to score, since we're going to make a trifold, all of these, we cut it at 9 3/4, so that gives us enough to make 3 1/4 for each of the columns. So we're going to do 3 1/4, and then I'm going to flip it up so that this one folds the right way. So this is 3 1/4, and then we need 6.5. So it'll be 3 1/4 and 6.5. Math is hard, y'all. Okay. So we have the scores. And I know you're not going to be able to see them because this is a very dark, and this is busy. Look at that for a little bit. That'll make y'all crazy. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and fold it, and I might even ink it just so you can see. Let me get all of those scores right. And the reason I turned it over is so that these would fold, you know, fold like a trifold. So it's going to go like this. And let me see how I want it to go. I want it to, yes, open like this. So, okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to cut a diagonal from the top first score line down to about 2 inches. And so I'm going to just mark it at the 2-inch mark, and we're just going to shoot for about right there. Let me see what I did on this one. Yeah, I went a little bit higher, so maybe maybe 2.5. This one's taller. I made that one taller. But we're going to do, so there's that. And then we need to bring it all the way over to the score. Make sure I can, there it is right there. And then, is this not going to be long enough? It's almost there. So let's do, as long as I'm getting this one correct, the bottom one, I'm not worried about it. So I have to feel it because I can't even see it. So, okay, let's do that. Yes. Okay, so this is going to go like this. I took a little bit too much off that top, but guess what? That's okay. I'm going to just snip it off. Snip it off. We have to fix things sometimes, right? Okay, that's going to be very pretty. I like the roses on the top. And I pulled out some of this little fun trim that I thought maybe we could, oops, we could put some of this maybe down the side or something. Just add a little bit of extra to it. I don't like the way it covers that up though. What if we fold it this way? Ooh, look how pretty. And then the rose is right there. And then we can put these flowers down this side. I kind of like that. And then there's just going to be a little flip up. And I'm going to put a pocket in there. And then this will have a tag so that I can write a sentiment on it. A sentiment onto it. Okay. Let me go ahead and put this down. And I'm just going to center this. I don't know why this has so many little pulleys on it. Okay, so I'm going to cut this right in between those petals. And then I'm going to cut this petal right there. Gotcha. Okay, so that looks good. So let's ink it. Let me make sure I have my black. We got that, and then I need my black soot. We don't necessarily need to ink, but I think I'm just going to ink this one edge so that it's a darker color. I'll go ahead and do them all. Then that way you don't see the white on the edge. I just don't want to get a whole lot of ink on it. But I'll just take that white off the edge. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm having a good day. I went to see my granddaughters. They had a little musical performance. They are so, she's a kindergartner. Oh my gosh, they're so stinking cute. They sang, they just sang some really, This Little Light of Mine, Skidamarinka-dinky-doo, and that was just so cute. And her daddy was sitting next to me, and whenever they said, I love you, she just threw her arm out and just pointed straight at him. And I love that. I love that. She absolutely adores her daddy. Okay, so let me do this little end. So that was fun. Lots of fun to see all those kids. They're so adorable at that age. We had a great time. It was like 20 minutes. It was just real short, but sweet, and I just love it. Okay, I'm going to check this real quick. I don't know why it is. I'll have to show you all of my ribbon, but I have it all hanging down, and so this one had like a few little things on it. I like that, just the simplicity of it. Okay, so I'm not gonna glue this flap down, but I am gonna glue this one. So let's go ahead and do that with Mr. Art. Mr. Art, let me make sure I'm gluing the right thing. Yes, we are gonna glue here at the bottom. Sometimes I go real fast with these, and I apologize. If you want me to go slower so that you can get everything down, I can do that. I just sometimes feel like, you know, just getting it in there and, you know, and then you watching it and then you can decide if it's something you want to make. You maybe could slow it down, but I can put the measurements in the bottom, in the description. So this is 6.5 high. We cut it at 9 3/4 wide. And then we scored it at 3 1/4, 6.5. And then we folded it up and, well, no, then you cut it diagonally from the, however you want your paper to go. And honestly, it doesn't matter. You can switch it back and forth, especially if it's double-sided. You're just going to go to the very first score mark, and then you're going to make a diagonal cut down to the edge of the paper, probably up 2 to 2.5 inches. And this one is about 2.5. See, about 2.5 inches. So, and that's all you're going to do. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to make us a little card or a little pocket to go in there so I can slip some money in there. So I'm going to make it in the same paper. Make it in the same paper. I don't need it to be very big, so I'm gonna say let's do 2.5, and that way I can preserve some of this paper. 2.5 it is. Right on that line. And then not very deep, so we'll just do 2.5 again. Now I want the money to stick out a little bit. Let me do it this way. How about 2? 2. It doesn't need to be perfect. Okay. And then we're going to make a card to go in there to stick up. And this is going to be like this. So I think I'm going to get a different paper to put in here. Because that way, like just a bright color, like maybe even a red or something. I don't know, just to kind of give it a pop. But let's go ahead and let's punch a notch in here so we can make like a little pocket. And let's ink it up, You know, it doesn't take, oh, wrong color. Wrong color, Jen. That's the wrong one too. That's walnut. Okay, black. Black it is. Let's go. We're good. We're good. We'll just go over it. I was looking at it going, well, that's coming out different. That's okay. That's okay. You can't even tell. You can't even tell. Okay, let me go ahead and glue this down. I'm just going to put some money in this, but I wanted it tight enough so if I kind of fold it up, it won't fall out, but they will be able to see it when they open the card. Okay. This is a little high, so we're going to pull that down. Oop. I can't get my nail in there. There. Okay, Art. Do your thing, Art. Love it. Looks good. Gonna stick some money in there. So that'll be open. This is glued. And I'm going to just kind of burnish it a little bit just to get it nice and flat so that flap doesn't come open. And it lays down pretty good. Yes, plus I'm going to have it in a little envelope, so that'll be good. Okay, so I'm going to get something solid to go in there. Let me see what I have. Something just bright. I was looking for something black and white because that's our theme tonight is black and white. Everybody's wearing black and white. And I wasn't even thinking about, okay, I found something. I know it has flowers on it, and this actually came from my DCWV Urban Street pack. And it's mostly blues, but look how pretty that is. Isn't that pretty? But I kind of want to pop a color. I guess I could pull something out of here just to make it more. It is a girl, so she's, you know, it's my granddaughter, so she's definitely not masculine any. She is a girly girl, so. But look at these. These are pretty. Maybe we can find something in here. Look how pretty that is. That wouldn't go, though. Okay. No. 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 It's black and white, but I don't think it goes very well. Just a solid color, just a yellow or something. Let's keep that in mind. That's pretty too, a green. Let me see if there's some more solids in here. Oh, that's pretty with the butterflies. I like it. And it's white on the back, so I can write. I like that one. Oh, I also like that, but that's too busy. There's another black and white with butterflies. Ooh, that's pretty. How about that? I don't know. I like color. I like some color in it. Pretty green. That's pretty too. That's pretty. Little butterfly. Okay. We're going back to this one. I like it. It just adds a little bit of something that we need. Just a little something. Okay, because our card is 3 1/4, we're probably going to make, I don't want to do 3 because I glued that down. Let's do a little bit smaller than 3. Just by, you know, maybe 2 3/4. Let's see. Let's see if that goes in nice and snug. Yes, it does. It is snug. Okay, and I think I'm going to cut it all the way up to there. But I'm done with this one. I'm done with you. Let's bring this one in, Mr. Holtz. I like this chomper better. I need to get a big one that does 12 by 12s because I'm just not liking those other ones. I'm just not liking them. And I'm going to just snip off. Am I in frame? Just a hair on that and make it 2 3/4. Yeah, 2 3/4. Okay. So the butterflies go with the roses. That's pretty. Yes, that's going to go good. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to get out our punches and punch the edge and then punch the holes. So we're going to punch. Do you see my hand? Do you see how weird that is that my finger, I don't like grip it like this. I noticed that about myself. When I see myself in the video, I'm like, that is just crazy the way I cut. I mean, the way I do these. But I do this and then it's like I just kind of, I don't know. I'm fancy. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so fancy. Okay, do I want to ink it? I kind of like the way it looks. I did grab the black, so we're good there. I'm just going to do just a little bit. Just a little bit. So it's just not taking away. Okay. Now that looks good. Let me get my hole punch. And I'm going to punch a little hole out here. I'm just going to eyeball it. And then I'm going to find some ribbon for that. Some white. Okay, so that is that. That looks good. Okay, now let's put this little trim on. I just think that's pretty. And you know what would be pretty if I had an orange butterfly? Let's look and see what I have. Let's look and see what I have in here. I am running low on butterflies. I need to get me some more. Ooh, I see one. I see a pretty one. Is that too green? I don't know. I kind of like it. Here's an orange and blue. It's subtle. Let me see. There's just a black and white one. I like that too. It's subtle. I mean, it doesn't have to be peachy, you know, like that, but it is pretty. This looks more like a moth than a butterfly. What do you think? I don't know. It kind of pulls it in. But I kind of like this one better. I don't know. It's hard to make decisions sometimes. That's pretty. I don't know. This one does have a little bit of orange in it. I don't know. I'm kind of liking that. So let's go with that. And, you know, she's a teenager, so she probably won't even notice. She might. I don't know. Oh, wait. What was this one? That's pretty. That's pretty. I like that with the butterfly like that. I wonder if I have a flower that would be something that the butterfly could be flying to. Let's see what I have. I have yellow, that won't work. I have red, that won't work. I do have white. I don't know. What do I have over here? Just green stuff. I don't think I have a rose. I don't think there's a white rose in here, but we can look. Because this is a rose, so I kind of want it to stay in the same vein. So that won't work. I do have red, but I don't have, I do have yellow, but I don't have, and I mean, I have this yellow that kind of has a little bit of orange on it. I mean, we could, it doesn't have to be matchy match. This is the one I'm looking at right here. And then maybe not that, but this. I don't know. This really stands out. And even though that's not a rose, that's very elegant. I think it just kind of makes it look, well, I just don't know. Let me put these back. I do have, don't really have a whole lot of Tim Holtz. I don't know what's on fire around here, but all of our city is covered in smoke right now. It is weird. Okay, here's my Tim Holtz. Most of these are large. And it would have to be kind of the right color. Here's a white rose. I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking that maybe it just looks good just like that. Just a basic. And then I also have my Paper Studios. Let's just look in here and see. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, yeah, that's a pretty rose. That might work. That looks pretty. That looks pretty. Okay, let me see what else I got. Might as well dig in here and see what else. There's some pinky stuff. There's another one of those roses that's in that same color pattern, or the hue. I like it. I could put a big chair on there. That's a pretty rose too. So I don't know. Am I going to skip the trim? And then just do that? And then cut it like right there? I don't know. I just don't think that looks right. I think it looks elegant with the colors and everything. And then with this, I don't know. I just kind of like that, the simplicity of it. And maybe I should put it on this end so it kind of holds it down a little bit. See, that's the part of crafting that takes the longest. I can cut stuff out and make it, which I do all the time. I make a lot of just plain things. And then when I'm making a journal, I spend time decorating. Like, okay, what would look good here and what would go there? And so when you're on film, it takes a little bit more time. Okay. I'm just going to put this on the end and let that be what it is. I don't like it. I just like it just like that. Okay, well, we worked that out, didn't we? Now that everything's been pulled out of my drawers and stuff. How fun. See, that's just the fun of crafting. Okay, so let me get my Fabri-Tac, because that's what I use when I stick material. And I want to make sure that there's no backing on this, because sometimes there can be like like an adhesive. And I kind of see that maybe there is, but then not. So, okay. Okay, don't do that, Jennifer. See, don't do that. Okay. Let's take this off. And then we're just going to put a dot and a dot and a dot and a dot. And you see how that string just went from one and went down? That was perfect. Perfect. Okay, am I in? Okay. Let's turn this around. And then let's just stick it down right there. I like it. See, I like that much better. These are the best things when you're using like a glue. I got them at the Dollar Tree. And it's little stickies. Just a little strings coming through. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. Okay. And then I'll get all those little strings. Let me let it dry. Okay, so now we need something for the top. So I was gonna do white, but I think I'm gonna do black. And I have a few black. And there is a theme, like I said, of black and white. So how about this? this would be perfect. So we'll just put this up here. And I don't want it very long. I just want it long enough. Get out my little 10 hole. I'm going to make it just a little bit shorter. Put it right in the middle. And then there you go. So I'm going to make this one taller and this one shorter. Okay. I like it. I'm going to do it just a little bit shorter. Yes. Okay. I'll keep those little bits and put them in my... Okay. What do you think? Simple but elegant. Put some money in there so she won't be able to see till she opens it. And then I'll write my sentiment on the back of the card. That is sweet. That is sweet. And you could make this for your journal. You could make one of these for your journal. And let me see how much time we have, and maybe we can just make another one. Nope, that's 30 minutes. Okay, well, good. Hey, you guys have a great day. Thanks for stopping by. If this is your first time, thank you for stopping by. I hope you liked what you saw, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up and maybe leave a comment and subscribe if you're interested in seeing some things that I have for the future. And if you are returning viewer, then thank you. I appreciate you. And you have a wonderful day. And don't forget, you only know what you know till you know something different. Bye-bye.